Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the ESL Open Cup Playoffs Week 6. I believe this is North America server, but that doesn't mean we have North American players. No! Invading us in the top right, the most arguably handsome Protoss in the world, and also one of the very best. It is Zest. And in the bottom left, and no, he's not from Colorado. The French, I'm 80% sure on that. The French Zerg player, it is Denver. Let me do some on the Jimmy, where's my okay, Denver, yes, he's from France. He's 22 years old. He likes long walks on virtual beaches. He's won $25,000. He plays for Infinity Gaming. And he hates Terran. I made up that last part, but I mean. And Zest, coming in at 27 years old from South Korea on Team Raise Your Edge Gaming. He's won $462,000. Well, of course. It's Zest. And with that, those small introductions out of the way, thank you, Jimmy. Let's get to it. We're on Zen. An interesting first map to be playing. Protoss players, usually not a fan of a map where they have to wall two locations against Zerg. Not only the general front, but also this mineral wall location, almost a little reminiscent of Wings of Liberty, when we're just like, well, walls are just a suggestion, man. It was quickly found, especially nowadays with the high economy of Legacy of the Void. Yeah, that is a strong suggestion to be walling off, at the very least. It's going to be a Stargate. It's going to be a damn first. It's interesting to see if players, because Zen is the only map in the pool that does have kind of that unique wall offset. World of Sleepers, kind of, but not really. And Zest is just kind of ignoring the fact that he could wall or might need to wall the front. So that's interesting. We'll see from here. The Stargate's on the way. Stalker next. All right, there we go. Zest has been a bit of a wild card in 2020. You never know if you're going to get... You know, I'm sorry. I know size doesn't matter, but I feel like the cursor is just... It's too big. It's too big. I'm just saying. Okay, don't judge me. Sometimes you just need a small or medium-sized cursor. Keeps distracting me. Oracle on the way. Let's see if any other revelations will be following it. 2 more gases out of Zest. And that means we're more than likely going to see a tech follow it. Whole bunch of Zerglings. Denver has built enough at least to protect himself. Oh, so yeah, when you don't wall off, what happens is... Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but Zerglings kind of just run in your base, which, you know, isn't great. So, while I thought Zest was here, like, redefining the meta, it's kind of like serving someone spaghetti and asking them to eat with their hands. Yes, it's very novel and modern and also dumb. So yeah. The summary here is wall off your natural. That's what we've learned from this. The Zerglings will not be doing much more. They'll see there's nothing else coming out of the Stargate. Oh, wait. There's a bunch more Zerglings in the natural. You see my point? So, Denver using one of the oldest tricks in the entire book. In fact, it might predate Starcraft books. The Zerg running Zerglings into your base strategy. It did not do devastating damage. And in fact, Zest is kind of just almost ignoring it here. He is going for the drones now. Denver, because he made so many Zerglings, now believe it or not, when you make Zerglings, you're not making drones. And that in and of itself slows down your economy. So the Zerglings, while annoying, and I will grant you that, not really the overwhelming damage you might have needed in order to keep Zest in an uncomfortable position. And especially now that Denver has made even more Zerglings, and he's trying to put on even more pressure, but guess what? Oracles fly, and Zerglings, despite their beautiful wings, do not. Beautiful wings? What? Beautiful wings. I am now sponsored by Zergling Wings Company. When you want to feel like you can fly, but you really can't. Oh, Brenda! She gave up. So Zest he's going 3 Stargate Oracle. I didn't even touch on this yet. I feel so much. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing when casting. Obviously, there's always things you could do better. But so many times, I feel like I've said it in my head. I've already pointed out, oh my god, 3 Stargate Oracle, and I've already moved on. Like, we're already talking about the next thing. Because I feel like somebody has already talked about the 3 Stargate Oracle. That's right in our face. And I don't need to talk about it. But 3 Stargate Oracle. Which, what? It's been a while since we've seen this, but it was scouted by a Speed Overseer. So at least there will be some prep time for Denver. But what do you actually do against this? Like, Spire, yes, an obvious counter. Oh, does this work? Wait. I have well, I never. So, stasis apparently is, it is not affected by high ground, low ground. I guess that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess I've never really seen a scenario where a stasis ward was being used on the high ground to hit the low ground. It seems so simple now that Zest has shown. Oh, it's a proxy spire! Oh! I just assumed it was somewhere in the base, but no! 14 Mutalists on the way! Denver gambling! And I guess that makes plenty of sense. And now, like, I like this exciting casting where I'm just, like, learning all these things along with you guys when I could have just pointed them out before. It's like, oh my god, the spire's over there. I mean, that's an incredible move. Because that was almost the only way he was going to deny scouting information to Zest, because the oracles are all up in his grill. There are cannons coming up. I believe it's been... Well, he smelled it. He smelled the mutas, to quote Cyril, but unfortunately, the smell wasn't strong enough, and now this is gonna get weird. Alright, down goes the cannon in the main. Zest is just going across the map. He knows he doesn't have the anti-air to really deal with this. He wants to do critical damage to Denver at home, because, of course, if you go for 20 mutas out of nowhere, you're not going to have too much to actually defend. So we're going into a full-on base trade. Denver hitting the 3rd. The shield battery really helping out that cannon. There's not nearly enough on the ground for Denver to defend. So if his mutas don't do the job, nothing will. How many mutas are left? He's still got 18 mutalists. That's a very respectable number. More stalkers being warped in. Denver, his economy is going to be shattered. At the same time, though, Zest has stabilized his 3rd. I feel like Denver needs to fight those cannons. He needs to fight those cannons while he still can. And then... Because there's not going to be anything in the main. Workers are being slaughtered on both sides. This is not a safe working environment for those blue mineral workers. 50 probes have died to 41 drones, and there are more on the chopping block. The main base. The drones are killing. Oh, wait, he's Blink Stalker microwing against drones. How many? There are 23 mutas against 12 stalkers and 10 sentries. So, he goes for the prism. The prism, very important. He's going for the he's like microwing. Why are you microwing though? How many? 66 to 6. 120 workers lost in 1 minute or less. That was less. They're down to 7 and 3 respectively. How much in the bank? Nothing. Effectively nothing. He's going to use those mutas for all they're worth, and they're worth a lot, but those are Blink Stalkers as well. It's unclear. It feels like Denver might have the advantage, but a lot of those mutas are bruised. Oh, where are the rest of them? What is he doing? He's like, the oracles. Go back and heal. He's building 3 drones now. There are 10 mutas to 8 sentries and 1 stalker. So, like, Zest now has 3 probes, and Denver has 1. I think Denver's got this. Despite being... Wait. Well, if the mutas kill all the anti-air, then there's no base trade potential. Like, that's not happening. It's all... That's... Okay. But the oracles could... Well, the drones... There's only so many drones. Like, we're... Sentries versus mutas! The ultimate battle of our time! The tickle beams with +1 against the mutas that are, well, are damage units. The tickle bubbles! Oh, how did this happen? Zest is still, like, honestly, 1 Phoenix could win the game right now. If he just gets if he gets enough minerals for a Phoenix. No, but wait. Oh, a muta dies to the tickle beams. 2 mutas. 1 Phoenix. Build 1 Phoenix, Zest. Do it. Don't just build 1 Phoenix. Do it for me, Zest. Come on. 1 Phoenix. Do it. That's 3 mutas. He could kill the workers, but a Phoenix can't kill I mean, 1 Phoenix won't kill workers. Oh, wait, did he see the space up? He's chasing the drone. Oh, what happened here? The oracles were recalled. That's an overlord. There's nothing in the... Oh, he warps in 2 stalkers. Zest, why do you hate me? I've loved you for so long, and why do you hate me now? So, I don't actually... I don't feel qualified to tell you for sure if the muta micro that Denver was doing was actually good or bad. Like, it felt like he was microing so hard it was hurting him, but at the same time, well, the overlords are gonna tank like any amount of shots. Denver, I think he wants to go for the probes. There are no more probes. All the probes are in the main. All 3 probes. He's warping in another. He's targeting probes. GG. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. So, that's... So, mutas are a wild card, alright. That was... I think the mutas were a great play, but things went real sideways real quick. It was like a Inception fight scene. It's just, oh, we're over here now, fighting. Oh, here come the mutas, and okay, so that's game 1. All right. You ever had to warp in 1 more sentry to make sure you had enough DPS to take down those last 3 mutas? You ever been in a scenario where that 1 sentry will make the difference? Zest over here, like, full Silver League, like, I could build a Phoenix. 1 Phoenix, technically. theoretically could kill all of those mutas without taking a single hit. But I think he was reluctant to build something like a Phoenix, because a Phoenix can't kill buildings. And killing buildings was an actual, like, it was on the short list of things that were important at that stage of the game. Rarely is can I kill his buildings a, like, high level factor. But what was so insane, Jimmy, oh my god, was they killed all but a tiny fraction, like single-digit number of each other's workers in like 30 seconds. 30 seconds and everyone died. It's like a Michael Bay movie. It's like, well, all right, let's move on to the next one. So, we'll see. I don't know what to make of that. Like, Zest did a Stargate opener, which is standard, and then he built 2 more Stargates, which is not. And then Denver built Zerg buildings, not in his base, which is not how Zerg is supposed to work. Zest even trying to block the pull there. You spicy boy. I do love how quick Zest pulled the trigger on the base trade. You could tell he was kind of feeling the mutas. You can smell, in the words of the great Cyril, I smell the mutas. And any player up against Zerg knows, like, they can feel it. Like, there should be something. Why is there not something? The lack of information or the lack of aggression from your opponent is information in and of itself. And Zest kind of figured it out, but just a little bit too late. And that's why we got such an exciting follow-up. I like that Denver was willing to go for that, too. Like, a lot of players would just either, one, build the Spire in their base, or go, like, I don't know, Hydras with Queens and try to do some sort of silly all-in or something. The probe. The Zerglings on the chase. Technically, the probe can get home before the Zerglings kill it, if well microed. And part of the reason to leave the probe around is to check for third base, as well as to scout how many Zerglings are built early. Every once in a while, a player will build 6 or more in an attempt to take the Protoss off guard. It's not super likely, but on occasion. And usually the probe, well, the probe might get a chance to see that as well. Dev Shane in. No, he's not going to complete it. Some players, like Parting, would have completed that shit. He'd been like, alright, well, it's free real estate. Phoenix comes out first. This is a much more standard build. We're going to see 2 more gases added on for Zest. He's adding on a Twilight Council, but he's not adding on the gases. And that is dangerous. Because you might be like, well, Winter, is he going to do some sort of cheap play? No. I think he's going to charge a lot. Actually, probably more adepts, but still. Two more gases added on later on. Yeah, well. Glaives it is. Glaives pressure into Robo with a third base behind. I like build order. I'd rather build order recipes. It's like what you're going to want to do is put on a sizable, just a healthy amount of Glaives adept pressure. And then behind that, make sure you get yourself a nice third base to have your economy really build upon. And that just brings everything together. That third base is between the Glaives pressure and the Warp Prism follow-up. That's really good. Now you got a Stuga. Why did you shade back? And the Adepts, well, okay, alright. I get it. I get it. Zest has his plan here. And the plan did not include losing the Adepts. And you don't want to shade in before Glaives are done. Well, I would say that probe is fired, but he's now dead, so this is an absolute disaster for Zest. Oh god, here we go again. Everybody, buckle your seatbelts, put on your hard hats, and take off your shoes, because this is gonna get weird. A whole bunch, 820 probes and counting. Here we go again! Ah! Oh, no workers will survive! Oh, 30, how many shots? Okay, so 17 probes left, and so are 23 drones, but the Adepts ain't done. The Zerglings were finally cleaned up. The Adepts are going for the base. He's going to want to cancel those Adepts. He didn't cancel the Adepts! Big mistake out of Zest. But meanwhile, a stasis stop right there! So, both players are back down to 22 workers. And Zest is like, you know what? You know what worked for me before? The danger bubbles. Zest now has 6 sentries, 1 oracle, and 1 phoenix up against 14 roaches. So, good luck. Those force fields a bit off the mark. Once again, well, this time, instead of their economies being gone, they are simply in a severe depression. An immortal being chrono boosted out. That immortal, very, very, very important. Oh, Brenda! Brenda! Come on, boys! We gotta get in there! I heard you needed help with an oracle! I don't know what that voice is. What happened to Brenda? She had a weird day. Okay, everybody does. She took her shoes off, and then things just went sideways from there. You know how it goes. How did you get over here so quick? Well, no Cybercore for you, says Denver. But at the same time, well, Denver has recovered economically much more quickly. He had units, whereas Zest did not, and that's a key point. When workers get slaughtered like that, you have to take stock of not only how much damage was done, but what's left. And I think Zest did just that. As he scouted with his Phoenix, he's like, wait a second. Because you still had all those roaches, and I lost all my units doing the damage, I had to focus on building units, and you didn't. So Denver, in an insurmountable lead, Zest taps it out for now. But that just means we got more games for the fans. Who wins the next one, Denver or Zest? Now's the time. Show the people. How many workers will survive this time? In the top left, Zest. In the bottom right, Denver. Zest. Oh my god, Zest is cannon rushing. Oh my god. What? That's not a forge. You know you're against Zerg, right? Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows. He knows!
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I didn't get this advanced cannon rushing we were doing. We're doing the full, like, macro robo play. A good old-fashioned. And then, oh, he sees it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So, let the games begin! Another pylon knight. Does that pylon power? 4 drones pulled. He's taking it real serious here. The cannon's on the way. If you deny high ground vision, you've denied the cannon rush. Zest adding more pylons. He's very committed. There's a cyber core on the way back home. At this point, Denver's giving up this part. Oh, he didn't start a spine. Every second counts. A cannon. There's a robo done. He cancels the spine. He just goes straight for the Roach Warren. I wonder if that has to do with the 2 cannon investment. A robotics facility. Technically, you can hit the robo, I guess, but 2 Zerglings aren't going to make all the difference. If you had like 4 Zerglings, it might be a problem. But another cannon. No shield batteries yet. Working on the cannon. Zest. Oh, I'm prompt! Nope, those Zerglings die. Shield battery on the way! Okay, so these are... Oh, that cannon, shield battery. There are 6 roaches coming up. So, the probes are pulled to fight, which is a little optimistic. Immortal has begun. Yeah, you gotta calm down with those probes. Like, these probes are the whole deal. Like, Zest is out there. He's got fighting probes. Okay? His probes don't stand idly by. They're called up to fight. Okay, so the Immortal should come out. Like, this battery still has full energy. So, you can't just lose the robo. Nope. Right? The robo's kind of the importantest part. That's gonna be close. Oh my god. But the Immortal is also an importantest part. Where's the reshielding? Okay, so he just killed the robo. Oh. Well. Well. That summarizes that pretty well. Yep. The 2 importantest parts, the Robo and the Immortal, destroyed along with Zest Pride. Denver handling himself well. And that's how you do it. How do you beat a cannon rush? Just keep your calm, keep your cool, micro perfectly with impeccable timing, and you'll be fine. Well, thank you to those players for such an exciting match. Thank you to ESL for sunning out the games. Thank you to you guys. If this is on YouTube, like and subscribe and leave a comment about Protoss or Zerg or Terran or something completely unrelated either way. And ring the bell and all of that. And thank you for watching. Good luck.